welcome to another episode of Universal Gaming. I'm your host, Paula Brandt. Today we're going to have, of course, some Fortnite gameplay, some Forager gameplay, and then we've got a replay of a D&D story time. It's my homebrew world from February 11th, 2005. We're replaying that just because you might need a refresher for next month. Then we're going to talk about, we're also going to talk about Winter Fantasy, which is a convention coming to Fort Wayne at the beginning of February. It's next weekend. Next weekend. And we're also going to talk about our meetup group. If you have an event you'd like us to cover, email me at brantp23@yahoo.com. We'll be right back after this. The Universal Gaming Association was a gaming club started at a local college campus. We have monthly meetups on the second Saturday of every month in the afternoon. There you can learn games and role play games. You can bring board games or card games or role play games. It's totally free, family friendly, and you can bring a Nintendo Switch if you want. Our monthly meetings are posted or advertised on meetup.com under the group Fort Wayne Gaming. The event title is Meet and Game. Do you want to run a board game or a card game somewhere? Do you need players for your role play game? Let us know. We're always looking for people to run events on our meetup or our Facebook pages. We have a large library of role play game books that include but are not limited to GURPS, Star Wars, Dungeons and Dragons various editions, Warhammer, and much more. You can use our PDF books at our monthly meetings for free. We are on YouTube on channel Brant P23. There we have game demos, gameplay uploaded weekly or every other week, and event videos. On our Facebook pages, Universal Gaming FW and Universal Gaming Association, we share area game store events, post pictures of events, and post your game events seeking players. On meetup.com, like we said before, our group name is Fort Wayne Gaming. There you can post your board game, card game, or role play game events seeking players, or you can come to our monthly meetup called Meet and Game and find out how. Email us at brantp23@yahoo.com. Watch us on the first and third Saturday at 8 p.m. on Access Fort Wayne, Comcast 57 and Fios 27. We're also on demand on Access Fort Wayne website, channel Access 2, search for Universal Gaming. We're also on Twitch. We're also on Discord. Thank you for joining us. Winter Fantasy is a role-play game convention that's been taking place in Fort Wayne for a long time. There's a lot of Dungeons and Dragons there and vendors. It is next weekend, February, next weekend. It's a lot of fun. It's at the Grand Wayne Center. Check it out. Do you want to run a game event like, say, you've got a board game that you want to play, but you don't have anybody to play it with, or you've got a card game that you'd like to play against someone with, or you got a role play game and you need players for, let us know. Become an event organizer on our meetup.com site. Here's more information.
Welcome to another edition of Dungeons & Dragons Storytime, where I go over my notes as a Game Master. This video is Volume 1 of my homebrew campaign I started around 2005 called Orb 3 Disturbed City. Here's a map of the planet. Yes, this is the whole planet. It's mostly water. We actually played on 2 of the island continents, and the rest is ready to be explored and created. So we started this about 2004, 2005. I could not go back far enough in my notes to find everything, but here's what I found. On February 11th, 2005, players present: Gorf, Byron, Eric, Trevor, and Francis. Actually, take that back. Those are the characters that are present. At this point, all I can tell you about the pairs and the characters is that Gorf is a dwarf. Brett played Francis, which is a second level cleric ranger human, and the other characters are Byron and Trevor. JP and Eric are the names of players, and I couldn't find any notes on their characters, so let's just keep going with what I have. Experience. Um, let's see. They fought a half fiend the previous session, which I don't have notes for. That experience was given out. Half fiends are humanoids that have traits of demons or devils. They can be found in the Monster Manual on page 147. This is for 3.5 edition Dungeons and Dragons, so everything I mention is out of those books. If my memory serves me right, then the group started in a city where there was uncharted jungle to the south. The country had put up a great wall to help keep the charted and uncharted territories divided. The group of players set out to explore, and this is, I think, the middle of their first journey into the jungle. They were traveling and they fought breath drinkers, CR7. They are air elementals that like to suffocate other creatures. I did not write down what book it was from. I think it came from Forgotten Realms, and then I gave out experience. They fought an invisible stalker, CR9. Those are invisible air elementals that are usually summoned by wizards or sorcerers to do a specific task. They can be found in the Monster Manual on page 160. I gave out experience for that. Later, they fought a chaos beast, CR7. Those are outsiders that take on several different forms, mostly blob-like, sometimes with tentacles, but they're constantly morphing and changing like a blob. The miniature I have doesn't give it justice, but they're mostly goo that changes into different forms, and they may or may not have tentacles. One touch of this creature can turn your character into goo. It can be found in the Monster Manual on page 33. Again, I gave out experience. Later, they fought two nightmares, CR11. Nightmares are black stallions with flaming manes, tails, and hooves. They're in the Monster Manual on page 194. I gave out experience. And that's all I have for session February 11th, 2005. Join us next time as we continue the adventure. Thanks for watching Universal Gaming. I hope your dice roll 20s, and we'll see you next month.